Good morning. So yesterday we rather did not spend time on the understanding about the scales. It's a bit more. One was whole time was sufficient to configure itself. Today, let's go and talk a little more about the scaling algorithm. Let's talk about the scaling capabilities, what we can do. Four terminologies we should know, sir. Scale in, scale out. Scale in, scale out. Scale up, scale down. So in, out, up, down. So, and then again, not only those four, we need to know two major words, horizontal scaling, vertical scaling. So two categories of scaling, horizontal scaling, vertical scaling. Four basic terminologies, because, when we talk to people, right, normally in conversations, especially with the Azure admins or architects, this kind of points will come up. Hey, the VMs got scaled out, or the VMs got scaled in. The VMs got, scaled up. The VMs got scaled down. So that those words will frequently come up. So let's spend 5-10 minutes max in understanding that proper terminologies. And waiting for others on camera. Sorry, I might have to put you in waiting room else. Right, sir. Where are we? This. So I am on the Microsoft documentation itself. There will be multiple blogs. So be cautious with two things, sir, especially Microsoft documentation. I think I already told this. Again, I am saying, even KDSSG documentation or any third-party blogs, anything you are reading, sir, be very careful. Because the content can be either outdated or maybe wrong. Okay, so anytime you're reading anything about any topic, sir, my reference is also the same. More than our content, first go to Microsoft documentation. So I don't know about other technologies of Microsoft, be it Windows, be it databases, be it products, whatever of Microsoft Office. I don't know about those, sir. But they are bad in documentation there. Bad in the sense, not perfect. Not bad really. But in Azure, I have seen one thing. They are keeping documentation so accurately updated. I was like kind of always impressed. AWS is the same, but nice. I mean, Microsoft is doing a fantastic job when it comes to Azure documentation. Okay, answer with that initial talk. Let's get started. So, okay, forgot to tell this. So we know what is availability set, right? We know what is availability set.
Yes.
Availability set is nothing but you can put your virtual machines into different tracks. Yeah, different tracks as a fault domain, and patching wise in different update domains for isolating. So I have 50 VMs, 25, 25. If I am going for two fault domains, if I have 50 VMs, 10, 10, 5 update domains. So these 5, 10 will be patched, 10 will be patched, 10 will be patched. So this concept already you're aware. So earlier, before the ScaleSet feature was launched, this auto scaling feature was available inside availability sets. I mean, there was no separate feature called auto scale. I mean, not auto scaling, scale sets. There was no separate feature called scale sets. So if you wanted scale sets in the past, you had to go to
availability sets.
Availability sets. So put things in availability sets so scaling feature can be implemented there. But later on, they changed it though. Later on, it got changed. No doubt. Okay. So now let's try to of course, sir, it's strictly recommended now to go to scale set now compared to availability sets. Okay, now leave availability sets. Yeah. So what is scale set? You know it. So let's not go there. Two words, sir. What is auto scaling? Let's talk about that. Okay, auto scaling. So, I mean, we already talked that also. Minimum some VMs, or you call it as instances if I'm not wrong. And maximum sum. So you may have in this picture, as you can see, 2 are minimum and 5 are maximum. So when both of their CPU utilizations, again, conditions are based on CPU. Conditions are based on CPU. That's what you can So at least as per portal, if you go and see, conditions are purely CPU based. If CPU percentage is this much, then auto scale, or scale out, or scale in. So based on totally CPU utilizations. 2 are running, minimum 2 VMs, max 5 VMs, +1 or +1 or +2 or +3, it's your choice. So you can decide how many, once all the CPUs are busy, how many VMs must be added, 1 or 2 or 3, you can decide that count also. Okay, then KD, what are you trying to tell? So what I'm trying to tell is, let's go and read about something. Scaling out. So 2 parameters, as I said, right? Horizontal scaling, vertical scaling. So those words is what we are trying to imbibe. So of course, again, in Microsoft documentation, we didn't find the accurate one. So what I did, I found just where are you? Yeah, no, 1 second, sir. Yeah. Sir, I'm not reading from this, but just showing from the demo for the point purpose. That's all. We'll go back to Microsoft documentation only. Horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. 2 types of scalings we have. Technically, horizontal scaling and vertical scaling we have. When you say horizontal scaling, sir, increasing or decreasing the number of horizontal. So 1 VM you have, add 1 more VM, 1 more VM, 1 more VM, 1 more VM. So all VMs are of same uniform, right? All VMs are uniform, same size. Flexible option is also there, which we did not talk, but all VMs are of same size. So horizontal scaling, horizontal, sir, that means you can keep adding as many VMs as you want. That's called as horizontal scaling. Adding or removing. Okay, sir. Vertical scaling means you upgrade, meaning if I have a system with lesser CPU, lesser memory, lesser resources, vertical scaling means you will add more bigger system, bigger than what you have. That's called as vertical scaling. Any questions, please?
So vertical scaling will be that flexible option.
Yeah. Flexible option in this. The flexible option in the creation.
Yeah.
So kind of, sir, but yes.
So we'll be getting a option to choose the server what you wanted when we expand it.
Can we what? Sorry, repeat the point, please.
What you told us that vertical scaling is that expanding the system in higher range or whatever it is, like CPU or this thing. Will we be having the option, or it will do itself, or how it is?
So vertical scaling is done in a different way. I will show you how it is done. Give me a few minutes. We'll go and talk about it. Just a few minutes.
Yes, DK, I have a query. Vertical scaling means will it create the VM as well, or only just it will increase the sizes of the hardware?
So look at this one. So for example, right? Yeah, that's what I'm showing on the screen now. So again, this is an Azure interview question. What is horizontal scaling and what is vertical scaling? I mean, I'm not saying that it has come up in the interviews or not, but yes, when you look at the interview questions list, yes, this is one of the important questions. So in a horizontal scaling model, we add additional VMs, extra VM, 1 more VM, 1 more VM, right, sir? And in a vertical, in vertical scaling options, sir, on the contrary, in vertical scaling, you upgrade the system. Now, the question you're asking is are you upgrading the same server? Let's say there is one machine. Are you upgrading the same machine? Or are you adding a bigger machine? Right? That is your question, right, sir? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So we are going for that, Santosh. Give me 2 minutes. We are going there and discuss. So scaling up means you are either upgrading the system or adding a new system. Bigger system, I mean to say, small system, big system. You can see here, you have a small system, you're adding a big system.
Yeah.
The scaling means same configuration, extra servers you're adding, horizontal scaling. So scale out. Scale out means you're adding extra VMs. So scale out word comes in where?
Horizontal scaling.
Horizontal scaling, scale out and scale in. If you are releasing, sir, it's called as scale in, scale out, scale in. Because this comfort zone with the terminology is also important, sir. So if I comfortably say, Raghu, you created this scale set, right? Okay, how many VMs did it scale out to? So Raghu will quickly verify in the scale set, go to instances, and he will see how many instances are there. Let's say 15 or 16. Oh, it's scaled out to 16 instances. So I'm just saying the conversations are just like that. So scale out means how many? Okay, hey, Raghu, last week it was 16, right? I remember the load has reduced. I think it should have scaled in now. How many are there? Scale in means now it has come down. Load has reduced, the servers were released. So, okay. Any questions, sir? Scale up means you are not on the horizontal scaling model. You're on the vertical scaling model. You're adding an extra system, bigger than what you have. Scale down means the bigger system is released and you come to the smaller system. So something like that. Not something that, something that is how it is. So scale out, scale in, scale up, scale down. Scale up, scale down is for vertical, scale in, scale out, and scale in is for horizontal. If you're good with it, so now we have to go back and read the content. Any questions?
Scale in, scale out, the sizes are same.
Scale in, scale out, the sizes are same as it is, same machines. Scale up, scale down, it's an upgrade.
Okay, the sizes may vary.
Will vary. Yes.
Okay, that's the image, right? Okay.
Just one question here, Kelly.
Sorry to
Suppose,
interrupt, but
sorry.
we have an option. Yeah.
Kelly.
Go ahead, Jyoti. I think cut it first.
Actually, when it is horizontal scaling, scale out, scale in. So this option, it doesn't make that we have to go with the same amount of CPU, because we have an option in Azure, 2 different options.
Absolutely.
So it is increasing of number of VMs, but not with the size. So we can choose the size of the VMs.
If you choose the uniform option, then it
Yes,
is.
it will go with the same size, but if it is like flexible, it will go with different sizes of VMs.
Flexible again has a different meaning. We didn't talk about flexible still, but you're right. If your conditions, sir, if you're on uniform option, then all hardwares are same. Correct. Venkat, you're saying something.
It's like that same, but the content is different. So in scale up, scale down, in scale up, we are adding more CPU or RAM, right? So on the same available, I mean, on the same auto scaling. So once the VMC is upgraded, next will be what happened when scale out, the same CPU and memory will be scale out, right? Or it will be different.
Sir. So we are talking about it, sir, just because that's what we are entering into. So now, before we do that discussion, so we have to go back once to the. Oops, 1 minute, sir. Yeah. So if this is clear, sir, scale horizontal scaling, Azure portal provides an option. Vertical scaling, you don't have a portal options. Horizontal scaling, you already saw the demo yesterday itself. I showed the demo. Vertical scaling, you don't have an option in the portal. So for vertical scaling, you have to do your own logic. I mean, you have to create an automation account. Still, we did not go there. But to create an automation account, ensure that you create a runbook in it. Okay. And that runbook must have a webhook, meaning to connect it to a network. And then, sir, it will spin off your, whenever there is a load on the system, right? It will alert and it will upgrade. So that demo is not done in Azure port. Okay, sir? So to answer that question, vertical scaling, how will you do? There is a process for implementing it. And there are templates available. You don't need to write any programming. No need to write any programming, so just clarifying. Automation account, and there is a runbook already available for it. We just have to use it. Done. So anyway, sir, if these two words are clear, implementations keep aside. First, let's go and read some more points which we did not cover yesterday. So I'll make it a little fast. Now, so scaling out, scale in, scale out. I think we better not talk about it. We already had a conversation. So in contrast, scaling up or scaling down was the question, right? Yeah. So, or vertical scaling, one and the same, keeps the number of resources constant. Keeps the number of resources constant, but gives those resources more capacity. So you are not adding an extra VM, sir. You're upgrading your existing VM. And with no downtime. So it's your choice how you want to do it. Continue, sir. You're adding more capacity of resources like memory, CPU speed, disk space, and network capacity, network bandwidth. Network 1 Gbps, 3 Gbps you have, right, sir? You can increase the network bandwidth on the fly. So that is one super feature of scaling up. Continues. Vertical scaling is limited by the availability of larger hardware. So here there are some limitations. Availability. So the resources must be available in the data center. It may be available, just saying it might be having a problem also. That's also so the always keep proper limits. Upper limit you have to mention properly, and then we are good to go. So look at this one, sir. 8 GB, 4 CPUs were there, right? And then I think you know what I'm talking about. The same machine has been upgraded to a better performance and can come back. So you are not adding an extra VM here.
So when there is a usage of the CPU, it gets increased. That is called vertical.
Yeah.
The same VM, one VM will get increased to so and so RAM. So one more thing, KD, if I have a VM with horizontal one, can I upgrade it to vertical?
No, sir, because first of all, when configuring availability, scale sets, you need to make a choice there.
Okay,
So,
that uniform and flexible.
Vertical scaling, are you doing a horizontal scaling? So that choice you have to make. So I think combo, no combo. I don't think so.
No, at least we can move it up, right? To any other.
Yeah. Then we have to remove this and just change the setting towards scale sets. But again, sir, no, let me double check and answer this question, please.
Sure.
You're nice question, sir, because you're talking about combo or moving it from here to there or there to here. I think I don't see a possibility of moving to horizontal. Vertical is okay, but let me double check. Sir. I'll confirm back.
Sure.
Okay, done. I don't know the answer for now. Okay, so now last point. When the conditions in the rules, so we did not talk. Where is the picture? Yeah, we did not talk about rules yesterday. We saw one rule, sir, CPU as a rule. No doubt we saw CPU as a rule, but you can do some more fun with this activity. So when the conditions in the rules are met, one or more auto scale actions are triggered, depending on how you are configuring it. So I'm talking about vertical. Not talking about horizontal. Horizontal conversation finished. Vertical scaling is what we are talking about. So now I'm sure you want to see the demo, right? So if I have to show the demo, first I have to show you what is automation account. Because without knowing what is automation account and some how to create automation account, how to create runbook, what are webhooks, without knowing that, sir, it would not make any sense. So if you all are okay, we have to park this one because we have to cover automation accounts later. So they later in the sense, not in this VM topic only, not far. Okay, moving on. Yeah, so look at this diagram, and I'm sure. Do I have to tell you something, sir? The picture is very self-explanatory. Auto scaling option is based on rules. Now, so 1 minute. I'm not talking about
horizontal. We are talking about vertical.
I'm talking about vertical. I'm not talking about horizontal. So the same algorithm can be implemented for your horizontal also. But sir, we are talking about vertical right now. So now there is a rule. What is the rule, sir? Rule can be defined by you. So listen carefully. Rule can be defined by you. You define the rule. Okay, you define the rule. 100, please. I have to quickly. Oh, my hand came today. My hand might not be available. Yeah. Yeah. So you put a rule. Rule can be based on anything, sir. My storage reached this much. My CPU reached this much. My core count, my processor CPU utilization reached this much. My memory utilization is reached this much. So rules can be defined by you. And once you define, actions are always there. So actions are plus or minus VMs, extra VMs you can add. An email can be sent. Webhook means connections. I will talk about storage accounts when we talk about automation accounts. So that's it. So depending on your rules and the criteria, this will be met. And now then in automation account topic, right, sir, there will be a run book. You need to run that run book. And when you run that run book, your system will be upgraded. So this is what exactly happens. And these metrics are checked on time-to-time basis. Like yesterday you saw, right, sir, for 5 minutes monitoring, and then the action is triggered. CPU is 90%. After 5 minutes only the action is happening. The time also must be defined. So I think that's also self-explanatory. By the way, 1 minute. Sometimes when that action occurs, right, webhook. So you can call a runbook, say runbook, start, upgrade this system, or you can write codes depending on your programming capabilities. You can write an application, you can write a code, function, or whatever. Those things also can put a better logic, and you can, so I mean something like this. Okay. So by doing see, my system memory reached 80%. Okay, system memory reached 80%. Then, sir, based on your action, right? Actions plus or minus VMs, a webhook will be called, and then automation account will be called, runbook will be called. Runbook will do what's upgrade your system, add another 50 GB RAM. Okay, but no, sir. What I wanted was I wanted to put a logic. What logic? If this is month of sale period is Flipkart sale period is when was that October, right? October. If it is October, December, these 2 months, then give more hardware, more RAM. If it is not those months, other months, give 10 GB, 20 GB sufficient. So you want such logic, sir. Some logic you want to write. So you can use this functional code that we don't do, somebody else will do. So that capability also is possible for your vertical scale.
So I mean, we need to buy, I mean, hard disk,
some business logic
upfront, right? Then
which ones, sir?
I mean, as you said, we need to add disk or CPU memories, right? For our vertical scale up. Do we need to reserve those in upfront or by?
Definitely you will keep upfront. What I'm saying is, if still beyond your expectation, if load increased, then we were talking about this. So you already have given enough hardware. So you verified, you gave a lot of system, CPU, memory, everything. But in spite of that, there was still a load. Then I'm saying. So you can write logic, business logic, September month, October month, and December month, add more. Remaining months, add less. So you can do that extra validation is what I'm saying. So again, this all goes into programming, definitely. But let's do a simple demo, sir, because we are not programmers here. So we'll do a simple demo, but not right now. Just very shortly, when automation account comes in few days from now, we will do this demo. So, but again, sir, in simple concept, automatic scale out. So 2 types of scaling, sir: vertical scaling and horizontal scaling. Interview question also, please. Horizontal scaling is same amount of, if uniform option is selected, same amount of VMs will be keep on adding, and that's called a scale out. And when you are not using it, it will scale in. That's one. And then from vertical scaling point of view, your system will be upgraded to a higher resource system, and that's called as scale up. Or if you are not wanting it, scale down. This comes under vertical scale. And of course, you can always use your own metrics that, you have some, you want to put your own conditions, you can always do. So you can put the metrics, whatever you want. That's all. Nothing much to say. How to give and all they have mentioned, nothing much. Now, yesterday there was a question, right, sir? It was one question. Question was, hey, KD, how will you, why did 3 VM startup, right? Okay, let me go to Azure portals, instances. So now, because CPU utilization is not there, they have, which is ScaleSet1, I'm sorry. Yesterday we were talking about ScaleSet2 instances. Yeah, I stopped them to save budget. Yeah, so three resources got created. But if you look at our settings, by the way, if you look at the ScaleSet settings, where is it? Yeah.
On the left hand side, scaling.
I'm so sorry. Wrong place. Yeah. So if you look at the scaling options, we did not go for manual scale. We went for automatic scale, custom scale. And then we had instance count 3. By the time I stopped it yesterday. And if you look at our parameters, starting value 1, minimum 1, and max 4, and default 1. So, but when we put more load on the system, an extra VM got created, 2 VMs. So I was looking at the contents. I did try to find. Frankly speaking, I did not find out the actual answer for this one. I'm still checking. Ravi, even you had this point yesterday. It's not there anywhere. Like why it's added an extra machine. So either we are looking at a wrong logic, or I need to double check once. Okay, sir. So I don't have an answer at the moment for this one. Wait, let me take you back to instances. Yeah, so now 3 are running. So shall I put more CPU load once?
Yes.
That means we have to connect to these 3 machines. Public IP, MSTSC. I'm connected to the first machine, sir. Yeah, logged in. Hey, by the way, so I think I did not tell you this. On the left-hand side, you're seeing these tabs, right? Tab. So these are called as blades. We call them blades. So this is blade. So you can always expand a blade, or you can collapse a blade. It's your choice. Okay, sir? In Windows, normally we call it tabs, right? Tabs and TABS. So here we call it as blades. That's all, nothing much. So second VM, sir. Quickly, let me take the public IP. Was there. Right now, CPU utilization is normal. If you give 5 minutes of time, sir, they will reduce now. They'll come down.
In the setting itself, if CPU utilization is high, 1 VM is adding 1. Okay.
Because already 3 VMs are there in that.
Yeah.
By the time I stopped it, sir, three instances were there, right? So when you start them, they will resume. After that, it will revalidate after some time, 5 minutes interval, and then it will bring it down. But that's why I'm showing something. Just a minute. We are going to see that now. 2 minutes. Let's log in. Let's verify CPU utilization of all the 3 servers. So 1, 2, 3. All 3 servers are here.
So it should be scaling out once the utilization is down.
Scaling out. We'll see. Just a minute.
So KD, you are there in this VM, right? Third VM. So it will tell that whether it is scaling out and it will close up, or it will straight away close up.
Will be active in this machine. We'll be logged in. You'll be seeing it disconnecting. Just a minute. 3 are here. Yeah, so all good. All 3 VMs are up. If you want proof, just go and see Task Manager. Go to Performance. CPU utilization is normal,
23.
down, but wait for 5 minutes. I'll put a fake CPU load if you want, but no, will not do. We'll wait. Just a minute. Done. Okay, sir. Anyways, this will need some 5 minutes. Let it do its job. We will go and get to the next topic and we'll come back and to monitor and verify. So meanwhile, in Azure portal, go to scale sets, go to your second scale set and go to instances, and let's keep that screen like that. And so because these observations are important, and I'm still checking. So ouch. So actually only one VM when we did a 100% CPU on the instance 1. Actually, it should create only one more. It created one more. Total 3 it created. So that is the answer I'm yet looking for. I'll confirm you back. Just let me re-verify. I'm doing one more experiment, sir. Let me finish that experiment and then we'll get the answer for it. So, or sir, we can let me finish my experiment and come back. We'll let you know. Okay, we have 5 more minutes for this to be evaluated. Let it do its job. Let's go back. So, who's all Azure subscriptions are ready? Vijay, thank you for confirming, because from today onwards, I want to track everything and keep everything updated, transparency. Because Vijay, thank you for completing all the demos as of today, and others requesting all to get started immediately.
I just created, but I didn't try any labs yet.
Sure, sir. Let's experiment, and then let me also release the virtual machines content, which I have not done. I'll be doing it today. And then it's the same website, okay? All the videos are updated. You can go back and verify once. Videos are there already, latest previous sessions, including till yesterday. So, and one more thing is that you will see the notes also there. I'll be putting it today. So next topics notes are not perfect. We are making it perfect, but up to virtual machines, storage also is somewhat almost ready. But first, let me share the virtual machine and introduction. These two, and last batch friends have given some interview questions. I'm putting those. I've already put those also. You can verify. For virtual machine topic, I'm saying scale out, scale in comes for scale sets. So we are not putting a separate module for scale set. Inside virtual machines only, I have added one module for scale set. Is that okay? That's how it should be actually. The scale set, virtual machine expansion is scale set. Yeah. Okay. So 5 minutes almost, not done yet.
KD, one more thing. In the free subscription, I think they give only 3 public IPs.
Yes. Yes.
So once we create Linux and Windows, for doing the skill set, I have to delete those 2 because of public IPs. So I stopped it. So I got released to public IPs. Then I started that 100% usage.
It was not the case earlier, actually, Vijay. Now this was recently done. They have put a 3 public IP restriction. So everyone, when you are creating a virtual machine, right? So we have public IP concept, right? Keep this in mind. You can create only as in a free trial account. Okay, Venkat need not even care about that. Neither do I. So for others, 3 virtual machines will get public IP. That means you can connect to them successfully. You can still create other virtual machines. Creation is possible, but they will not get a public IP. That means you can't connect to them. So I have created 5 VMs, for example. Sorry, you can't create 5 VMs. I already told the conditions. You can create 4 VMs only, because, sir, in Azure, there is a limitation. Whenever you are creating a virtual machine, right? free trial, sir. I'm talking all about free trial. Whenever I'm creating a virtual machine free trial, you can use max 4 CPUs. So DS1B2, one CPU, 3.5 GB RAM, right? The famous one that we are using.
Yes.
So one CPU, one virtual machine. So second CPU, virtual machine. Third, fourth. The mean maximum you can create 4. 1 minute.
Okay.
You can go to another region, sir. If you don't want to create here, fine. You can go to another region. There you can create 4 more VMs if you want. And go to another region, create 4 more if you want. So that way you can play.
Okay, region based, it is 4. A
VM.
single region, 1
Yes.
VM is 4.
Correct. But public IPs are 3 only.
Okay, even if I change the region.
Change another region also. So max to max, you can use only 3 public IPs in your entire subscription. Your free subscription, they have given 3 public IPs only. This is a stupidity. I agree. So 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. When we are starting networking, Vijay, there's an answer for this question. We don't need public IP, to be frank.
Yeah.
Once we go to networking topics, our next to next topic, there we have some nice stuff called VPN. We'll be seeing it. There you don't need public IP. We'll always use private IP only.
Private IP. Okay.
So we don't care. If they give 3 also, it's fine. Let them give. So all of you, the reason why Vijay is warning all of us is that even if you give 10 scale sets, 20 scale sets also, you can't connect to them. Because public IP will be given only for
3.
So now for me, no limitation, for Venkat, no limitation. But for you, when free trial, only 3 VMs you can technically connect. So you can't test more than that also. No point. That's what Vijay is saying. Yesterday he tried it since he got scale set, correct, right? How many did you try, Vijay? More than 3 or 4?
I tried for 4, what you were trying it up. Then I realized that on the starting error, I have only 1 IP address left. So I delocated those 2 VMs which I created earlier. Then I got the 3 one.
Okay. So I think by the time we finish the conversation, this is less than 5 minutes, correct, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, uptime is saying 11 minutes.
So you can see you don't go anywhere. So as we just said, uptime is already 11 minutes. So it's running for last 11 minutes. But if you go to your virtual machine,
Third one is gone.
third is gone. So and then, sir, the second is still there. Second is still there. We just need to validate why. And so did you notice one VM is taken off? Actually, both should have gone. I'm surprised why it did not go. Okay, both should have gone. Sir. Okay, fine. Anyway, sir. Did you see that now?
It went away.
It went off.
But by default, only one will be
It's
it is deleting.
available. Yeah.
So, sir, the rules will apply, but just letting you know, if you don't use it, they will scale down. Scale down, correct?
Correct.
Scale in.
Scale out.
I used the wrong words. Scale out, scale in. Scale in means coming down. Scale out means going more. So thank you. So it's scaling in now. It's scaling in. It's releasing the VMs. Okay. So I will answer that question. I'm doing a small experiment. Ravi is there in the class today? No. Okay. I'll experiment, and this small experimentation I'm doing, sir. I'll finish that and I'll let you know. Like why when you add 2, only 1 should come. Why 2 VMs are getting added? I need to still double check. Okay. All good, sir. Any questions more? I think our testing is successfully complete. You're back to 1 VM. And you can put the load and it will increase to more VMs. So for now, sir, scale set enough. Still vertical scaling we have not done. I'm just keeping it on hold temporarily, just for a few days. And how to create alerts rules is what you're asking, right? So if you can see here, alert. No. This is different, sir. This is different. Don't go with that. So you are using. We are talking about horizontal scaling. All that writing rules and all are not available here. So when we talk about vertical scaling, we will see there. That's all. For scale up and scale down. Any questions, please? So you would want to see, I'm sure, demo of what all this is. Got it. Will do. Okay. exceeded the time, but that's okay. So then I think we're not rushing again. Once again, our next topic should be storage. After virtual machines, our next topic would be storage, but I'm chilling off and waiting. I really want all of you to finish the demos. Today I'm releasing the content and I want all of you to,
We are not,
there'll be a lab.
in the site, we are not able to access the study material as introduction.
You will not. I'll have to. Okay. So I have one more thing, sir. There'll be a lab tracker there. There'll be a lab tracker. I will grant you permissions on it. I have to create a group. So I need a small request. I know that you have shared your Gmail IDs in the past. Do you mind dumping it one more time? Sorry for asking you again. Because in the past, there were some people who are not part of the journey yet. So whoever are in the journey with us, I'll take from Abu and all. I already have yours, so you don't need to share. You can please put it in the group, sir. Your Gmail IDs, only Gmail IDs. And today I'll get this task completed.
So compute topic is finished, right?
Compute is not finished, sir, because we still have containers. So what I'm saying is we'll park it for here because containers are pending. And even
storage.
One more thing is pending, but we Kubernetes, but container. So under compute, so many things are there. As Rafi said, under compute there are so many things, sir, but we are talking about what an Azure admin needs. So from that aspect, okay. Thank you, sir. Then I think let's reconnect tomorrow morning. But I need your Gmail IDs at the earliest today, and let me finish my task. And are the videos playing? Can you just verify those videos are active?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Even we can send KD.
Yeah, for you also. Link only, right? Let me share the link again. I'll put it in our group.
Okay. And one more thing, I just need to speak to you. Can I call you today?
No, please. Okay, everyone. Thank you, sir. Talk to you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Signing off. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, KD.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, KD.